It's a crying shame that as part of every young man's education, we don't expect them to read a good book or two on matters of manner and etiquette. And I want to say to all my straight guys in particular out there, although I know that for various reasons, the stereotypes historically and even more recently have been that such subject matter is the domain of the gays and the gals, your life and your ability to navigate this world and all its vicissitudes will markedly improve if you can get the basics of this stuff down. This is all on my mind because I'm reading William Hanson's Just Good Manners, and I'll talk more about that in a separate video, but I want to recommend today just 4 books to get someone started if they've never dug into this stuff before. As you can tell, the genre is a bit of a favorite of mine. Some requisite throat clearing first. Manners and etiquette have a long, understandable, and oftentimes unfortunate association with class distinctions and supremacies. Let me just say, good manners are for everyone, and every rung of every group has its own etiquette. Choosing to navigate this world with more grace and identifying the grammar of the etiquette in the groups that you'll encounter as you do is just a choice available to all of us and a way that we can all seek to make our lives better and the world around us better. Now, if you get just one book, I'm going to recommend Glenn O'Brien's How to Be a Man. It's a bit more of a general survey than just manners and etiquette explicit, but Glenn was quite simply one of the coolest to ever do it, and it will give any guy a really good sense of the basics for navigating the world, different stages of different aspects of that navigation, and it's really funny along the way. Now, it pairs really well with Glenn's friend David Coggins' book, Men and Manners, and frankly, while you're at it, you should pick up his other book, Men and Style, but outside of the domain here. This is a little bit more on the grammar and the etiquette of manners in the modern world. Coggins is an amazing writer. You should go follow him on everything he does. And it will maybe update the timing and fill in some of the gaps from How to Be a Man. And can we just pause here to admire the design of these books? There is a reason that manners and good taste tend to go hand in hand. Next is Emily Post's Etiquette. This is the OG, the Bible going back a century or more of American etiquette. And it's a bit more like having a dictionary on your shelf than a front to cover read, but it covers all the stuff you need to know. Stationery, table setting, all the kind of more pedantic things you think of when you think etiquette. The classics are great for a reason. There's a million editions of this out there, so go find one that's recent, go find one that's ancient, and have it on your shelf for when you need it. Finally, I'm going to do something I almost never do and recommend a business adjacent book, which is Will Guidara's Unreasonable Hospitality. Will ran the team at 11 Madison Park when it was named the best restaurant in the world, and if you're a guy who's struggling to understand why any of this would be relevant to you, I think this book does a great job of explaining hospitality and why it is that we should choose in this world to embrace kith, kin, and strangers along the way, and how manners and etiquette can unlock that for us. So definitely shout if you like any of these books, or if you've got suggestions for books I should add to my collection, or if you just have generally fun manners and etiquette stories in the comments. And we'll talk more about the Hanson book soon.